1993 has now become reality 2018. MKO Abiola has been recognized and June 12th is a reality. All this on Platform Media International Political Arena. Let me welcome you to Platform Media International Political Arena. I'm Joe Ehizode. On my left is Obi Ezeadibe. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Joe.
Obi, the current situation in Nigeria is that after 18 years, or 24 years, as a matter of fact, Abiola, the presumed winner of June 12th election 1993, has been recognized by the federal government and has been given the highest honor of the land. And again, it's Democracy Day that was made popular by Obasanjo has been changed from May 29 to June 12, which the day that the election was held, and the freest election in Nigerian history was held and was annulled by the military. Obi, where did this come from?
Well, the current president, President Buhari, is desirous of making great inroads into the Southwest. And any opportunity to do that is a welcome development. This was one of the opportunities. It will hurt advocates of people like Olusegun Obasanjo, who are kingpins in Southwest politics. Now we have people who are now cheering Buhari for doing what the Southwest have been asking for in the last 24 years.
Given the situation in Nigeria, that everything is in a flux. Now, this is June 2018, and the election is about some 10 months away. Now, do you think that this will make an impact in the next 10 months? That if we recognize the Abiola, will it still be remembered when the election comes up?
Well, in an election where the margin is thin, you don't neglect any opportunity. It will create an impact, but we are not able to determine what level of impact it will create. The announcement that was made is still without a lot of value. Is Buhari saying that Abiola won the election? If he won the election, is he going to be recognized
as ex-president?
As an ex-president with all the entitlements that are due to him, payable to him? Or is this just a verbal recognition without a concrete form of recognition?
Some of us who are watching, somebody described it as being disingenuous on the part of the president, because this is not, it didn't make any impact, so to say, because everybody sees this as a political issue, just to garner vote from the Southwest. Now, after 24 years, Buhari was sworn in 2015.
Yes.
He never mentioned this. And as a matter of fact, the chief campaigner against June 12th, Obasanjo, was the one who brought Buhari to power. But he never mentioned it. So people are beginning to read it between the lines. Because you are fighting Obasanjo now, you want to slight Obasanjo. That's why you are recognizing June 12th this year, right?
Not necessarily. Politicians borrow a frame of reference from what happens in other countries. Currently, we've had the President of America overturning decisions or judgments given against people that happened 10, 20 years ago. So Buhari is right to borrow that kind of attitude from the American president and pardon MK Abiola and give him a recognition that he needs.
Okay. Now, is this an admittance, just like you mentioned just now, that Abiola has done, instead of changing the word from presumed winner or to winner of June 12th election? If you are recognizing him, recognizing the day election was held, and giving him the highest national award to the late Abiola, will they go to the next level by recognizing him? Is it going to be credible by recognizing him as an elected president?
Well, the fact that he won the election is still presumed. The election results will need to be announced. There were different parties. There was the NRC, which was the opposing party. There was the SDP, which was Abiola's party. There were other smaller parties as well. So people would have to challenge maybe whatever decision, whatever announcement is made, people will challenge it in court. But at the end of the day, if the government is desirous of declaring Abiola the winner of that election, it has to be done in a plain way.
by recalling there's many issues to it. Are you going to recall Henry Nwosu to announce the election results?
No. Henry Nwosu was just a chairman of INEC.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't INEC then. I can't remember.
Humphrey Nwosu.
Yeah, Humphrey Nwosu.
Yeah.
But the election results remain the property of the electoral body. The National Electoral Commission, it was called, the NEC. So the results are there in their vaults.
But this cannot be solely done by the president. They have to involve the Senate and the House of Representatives. If they have to annul the election that the Babangida annulled.
Oh yes, so that information is in the archives. They will call the results and say that this man won the election. It won't have any effect, but then his family will be entitled to all his emoluments that are accruable to a head of state from that time until this time. And
now, mere announcement that the presidency, that Abiola is now recognized, or not recognized, or recognized as the presumed winner with national award, it seems to us that this is the normal grandstanding by the presidency. Remember, some years ago, President Jonathan named University of Lagos after Abiola. That never materialized. No, so this is grandstanding, so to say.
Well, from what I heard, he didn't say that he won the election. He could have been calling him a hero of our democracy, the first man that stood up against the military. Okay. So he could be recognized for that. Being recognized as the winner of the election is an entirely different thing, and I don't think the government is trying to do that.
Would that make the pro-Abiola loyalists, would that make them happy?
Of course, yes. This is what they've been fighting for over the years.
Because we know that Tinubu, who is one of the enforcers of this government, is a pro-Abiola man. Yes. As a matter of fact, he was the chieftain in Nadeko, the government in exile against Abacha then.
Yes, and these are steps being taken to whittle down the powers of Obasanjo from the southwest.
So with this, has the military is this policy by the Buhari regime is not going to cause some upheavals in the military, or those characters that would have resisted this are gone in the military?
No, we have gone beyond the military interrupting our democratic system in Nigeria. All the military officers with political inclinations are now out of the army. We have professionals in armed forces. Nothing can be ruled out, but we have gone beyond that stage.
So, Abiola being recognized now, well, the implications of that is that there will also be some revolts. You think there's not going to be a revolt against that from the north? Because we know that they voted for Abiola, but things have changed according to you over time. So, because somebody like Dino Malayi, the Senate president, has said Abiola is a dead man, no longer in Nigeria. So why honor him? Is that credible argument?
I believe that was a very stupid thing to say. He made two comments. One, that that title is reserved for Nigerians alone. I know that Mandela was given that title by Babangida. Abiola is dead, but he's also a dead Nigerian. And awards are given posthumously to people who deserve it. So there's nothing wrong in it being given to Abiola.
Well, so we leave it at that, because Abiola has been honored after 24 years, and the recognition is still not clear what that is, whether it's going to be the mandate is going to be the annulment is going to be de-annulled. I don't think the government have stated that just because they are recognized as a political hero. I don't know what that means yet, because the story is evolving. But we'll leave it at that.
Yes. The government will not muddle up the issues. They will not stare the
honestness.
The honestness. The best thing to do will be to declare him as a hero of our democracy and leave it like that. Yes.
Okay. So, well, that's according to me, it's a very good political calculation by President Buhari.
Yeah, because he's not only fighting against Obasanjo. There's also Babangida who annulled the elections. Both of these individuals.
Abubakar and co.
Yes.
Abiola died under Abubakar.
Yes, they've been very critical of Buhari's administration, and he is using one bullet to fire at these three
individuals.
Yes, very good.
And perhaps don't rule out the factor of the former ADC to Abacha. What's it?
Mustafa, yes.
He might begin to come up with stories because this man has consistently maintained that the military killed Abiola, that he was killed, and perhaps he was then the ADC to Abacha. He alleged that after Abacha was killed, that there was conscious effort by the military to eliminate Abiola. He has kept on mentioning that. Maybe with this, the man will come up with the fore. Don't forget that there's a link between President Buhari and Abacha regime. So Mustafa may want to use this opportunity to air his grievance against Babangida and Abubakar.
Well, all lovers of democracy, all people who love Nigeria, you know, particularly from the international community, decided at that point in time that the best thing for Nigeria was to get rid of Abacha and Abiola. Whether it was done by the CIA or by the Nigerian security agencies, we don't know. But it helped to stabilize democracy in Nigeria. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Obi, for coming to the program. Abiola has been recognized as the hero of democracy in Nigeria. May 29 has been changed as Democracy Day to June 12th, and perhaps to assuage the feelings of the Southwest and all pro-Abiola activists in Nigeria. And perhaps the government should score a cheap political point from this. Let's see how that plays out in the election that comes up in 2019. Whether this will assuage the feelings of those people against Buhari, or perhaps they gain popularity among Nigerian electorate. It's yet to be seen. We're going to look at the issues and bring it to the fore, to the political arena. Mr. Obi, thank you for coming to the program as usual.
Thank you, John.
And viewers, catch us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm yours sincerely, Joe Ehizo, signing off on Political Arena. Have a good night.